The last calculation we're going to show involves TVL, total value locked. It's a major metric tracked by investors and protocols alike. This is a very important and powerful metric to understand if you're a project or an investor, because it represents all of the tokens and all of the participation in the project. So all the liquidity providing, all the smart contracts deposited in and held in form of staking and in DeFi contracts and staking vaults, providing liquidity or in an order book, all of that liquidity in the smart contracts in DeFi that are held represent the total value lock. So people aren't just holding these tokens in their wallet and not staking them. Okay, they're holding them in wallets and they're also staking them or providing them as liquidity in borrowing lending platforms, in decentralized exchanges in the form of providing liquidity, like what we just did with our cornucopias, the 7-step series. What we did was we provided that cornucopias. So in a sense, we've contributed to the total value locked up within liquid finance. And because Cardano has such a unique feature in its blockchain that is different than other blockchains, and that is the liquid non-custodial staking mechanism, which means that you can stake your assets without anyone having custody of your funds. So it's like liquid non-custodial staking. It makes it very challenging to truly represent the TVL that Cardano is achieving. And so in a moment, we're going to go to DeFiLlama just to use 2 examples of the top 2 projects. But even with what we're going to look at in DeFiLlama, it's not a complete accurate representation of full TVL strength on the Cardano ecosystem, because really it's hard for aggregators to understand how much TVL is actually on Cardano. So there's actually more TVL, in my view, than what's represented in DeFiLlama, and probably in some of these DEXs that we're going to look at, or just protocols. We're going to look at the top 2 protocols, and we're going to do this calculation. And so the first calculation, we wanted a low number where we looked at the fully diluted market cap against the market cap. We wanted a low number to spot the undervalued properties of a project. Then we went to the token distribution ratio, where we're looking at seed and private rounds, and we're calculating that against the current price. And then we looked at all-time high. So it's like a price ratio. We wanted that number to be higher. The higher the number, the more undervalued the project. This calculation is going to go back to how we want the lowest number. So we want the lowest number possible in this next calculation. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the top 2 projects. Again, how we're going to do this calculation is we're going to take the market cap and we're going to divide that by the total value locked up. So let's check this out. Let's go to DeFiLlama. So here we are on DeFiLlama, where it shows the TVL of Cardano blockchain. And DeFiLlama is a whole nother animal. And right up at the top on number 1 and 2, we got Minswap and Indigo and Indy. Okay, and we're going to just take a look at both of these and do the simple calculation and wrap up the video in giving you a couple metrics of understanding and technical calculations that you can use to spot undervalued projects or not. Now, we want these numbers to be as low as possible. And it's not that we're using one of these calculations to represent, in our thesis, an undervalued project. We're taking all 3 of these calculations, and then we're mixing them into the fundamentals, like what is the project behind the token, right? What is the project and the mission behind the actual token that you're investing in? So we're taking in all this into consideration to help express to the community here the many different angles and aspects to become well-rounded in educating yourself with knowledge with all that Cardano ecosystem has to offer, especially the Cardano Native Token Projects, okay, that are in their little infancy. They're just growing their legs and graduating to version 2. You know, they're all coming up. Let's look at Minswap. Okay, so we could see that the TVL here, you know, and I already put a disclaimer about TVL, like, right? We're just going to use these numbers to do the calculation. The TVL is 63.09 million. Okay, and so what is the calculation, right? The calculation is if we go over here to CoinGecko and we have Minswap here, we have the market cap, okay? And we're going to take that market cap and we're going to go ahead and divide it by the TVL, and we're going to get a number, and we want that number to be as low as possible. Okay, so what's the market cap? 28,987,388, and we're going to divide that by 63,090,000. What we're going to get is 0.459. Is that a low number? If you're new to this, that could be low. It's all relative. It's low, but it's not extremely low. And so let's look at Indigo, Indy. Same deal. Let's go ahead and go over here, and we're going to type in Indy protocol, Indigo, the Indy token. Okay, so the market cap, 15,276,379. And let's divide that by, let's go ahead and look at the TVL, 54,320,000. I get 0.28. It's a lot lower. We're just giving you some practice on doing some of these calculations, okay? That get you reaching out further mentally to understand what TVL even is. If you don't agree with DeFiLlama's numbers, go into Minswap, see if you could actually find what Minswap's recording for their TVL. Okay, DeFiLlama is getting better and better, but again, it's difficult for Cardano's ecosystem to represent total TVL, and I'm sure Minswap would have a different number than DeFiLlama would have there. And so it challenges you. These videos are meant to challenge you to take it a little bit more serious as a practice, as a method of preparing yourself, right, for the arena you're stepping into, right? This is an arena we're stepping into. And just like my little comparison analogy with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts, if you're stepping into that arena, you want to be well-rounded. You want to know what to do on the ground. You want to know what to do at stand-up. You want to understand how to diet properly, right? You want to understand stamina. Fatigue will make a coward out of anyone. That's powerful, right? No matter how powerful you are, no matter how good you are at jiu-jitsu, no matter how great you are at boxing and takedowns. Let's say you're just a phenom everywhere, but you don't have stamina in the arena. What are you going to do? It'll make a coward out of anybody. And that is how I see the arena of cryptocurrency, investing, trading, right? Participating. How much stamina do you have, right? Are you preparing? Are you running, so to speak? Are you jogging? What are you doing for stamina? There's lots of things you can do to develop stamina. What's your stamina in this arena, right? Most people get cowarded out of this arena. And they're moving out because they're not preparing their stamina. They're not preparing their fundamentals. They're technicals. They're just coming in with a small amount of information and hoping that things go to the moon. And there's a lot more to consider. There's a lot more to consider. And the more that you practice these calculations, the more it's going to just teach you more about these projects. It's going to show you, and the light bulbs will go off differently in your mind so that you can make better educated decisions based on knowledge. It gives you more stamina, actually. This is what this exercise is. It's a practice of stamina, okay? If you're doing a lot of boxing work and you're doing a lot of jiu-jitsu work, you're building your stamina in the process. You're going to build your stamina. You're not going to get shaken out. Okay, you in these projects that you're participating in, you should believe in them. You should believe in them more than you want the price to go up. You should believe in these projects. You should want to support these projects with your participation. Okay, and that's what Cryptofluency is all about. It's about supporting these projects that are revolutionizing the world that we live in. It's revolutionizing finance, the way finance is being played across the planet Earth. Decentralized finance is flipping the tables. It's turning the tables around. And a lot of these projects on Cardano are going to be winners, in my view. And right now, there's not a lot of people looking at these places. So I'm trying to point you in directions of where to look. And it helps me ask myself, am I looking at the right places? So I'm asking myself that question every day. And so together with the more and more of us that are looking in the right places, the more of us are going to understand together opportunities, okay? And take advantage and celebrate and rejoice the actions of our hard work in the future, all right? Perhaps at the next Cardano Summit in Dubai. I'm going to try to make it there. And so we'll see. We'll see when we can get together and rejoice. But right now is the time for knowledge and understanding and support. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for your support here. Like, share, and help us out. And we will see you all in another video soon. Thanks. Cheers.